Hey guys, just want to talk about the essays that you guys did for last week. Uh, for those of you that did do it, most of you did a pretty good job. Those of you that did not do it, you're really going to need to get on that. But I want to talk about some of the common errors that some of you guys have had. So these are some notes that I took while I was looking at the essays. I graded a lot of them, put notes actually in the individual essays, but some of them uh, most of them had at least one of these. So I want to talk about these. So your assignment for this week is not going to be an essay. I'm going to be assigning several different things on No Red Ink so that you guys can work on these specific issues. So the first thing I want to talk about, contractions. Anything like the words aren't, won't, uh, anything that's got an apostrophe and a T, do not use it. There's another one, don't. Uh, the words do not. In formal writing, you do not use contractions. So do not use any contractions in your essays. It's fine to use them in everyday speech. It's fine to use them in an informal writing, but when you're doing a formal essay like you're doing with these, no contractions. Next thing, lists. It's got the word parallelism next to that. You guys are going to be doing a no red ink about this one. What that means is that when you've got a list, they all need to be uh, organized the same way. So you need to, if you say that you enjoy running, swimming, and to jump, that is wrong. You enjoy running, swimming, and jumping. So if you have any lists, they need to be formatted the same way. So don't say I love to run, to jump, and swimming. That's You can see the one that doesn't work there. So when you have a list, you need to make sure that they're all formatted the same way. The next one, some commonly confused words. There were several of these. You're going to be doing one on this one. This is just an example, putting the word then when you meant to put the word than. They sound the same when you say them, but they are not the same word. These are not the same. They mean two different things. With this one, it's I did this, then I did that. With this one, it's I would rather have this than that. They are two different things. They mean two different things. You cannot use them interchangeably. Um, Almost every essay had this in it, and it might not be something that you've been told before, but you are not supposed to use the word you in your essays. Sometimes your teachers will tell you you can't use the word I, and that is not entirely correct, but it is mostly you don't want to say I believe. You can just cut out the words I believe, and you still have a full sentence. But you really cannot use this word you because you don't know who the audience necessarily is. So anytime you say you, you're speaking directly to that person and you don't know who is reading it, so you don't know if they've done that or not. So you cannot use this word you. It is very informal. You cannot use it in these essays. So instead of saying something like, it's hard when you don't know what to say it can be difficult when a person doesn't know what to say. So it's difficult when you don't know what to say, or it's difficult when a person does not know what to say. See, that it sounds better, it flows better, and it is more formal. So don't use this word you. It makes it a little bit harder, but it is more formal. And this last one, make sure that all of your sentences are complete sentences. Uh, I've noticed that with several of them. Just because you put a capital letter at the beginning and put a period at the end does not mean that it is a full sentence. You have to have a subject and a verb. If you can, it can be a very short sentence and still be a complete sentence. The sentence, the ball fell, that's a complete sentence. You can say, it fell, that's a complete sentence. But you can't just say, fell. That's not a sentence, and that's what I've gotten from some of you. Normally, the way that goes is you say something along the lines of, which I really agree with. What do you really agree with? You can say, that is something I really agree with, but you can't say, which I agree with. That's not a sentence. That's half of a sentence. You have to give me the full sentence. So I'm going to put, instead of doing an essay this week, you guys are going to be doing some no red ink assignments with this. I'm going to be putting up one a day. And the way it's going to be formatted is you are going to have a practice. You need to complete the practice. After you've completed the practice, there will be a quiz. You're going to have one of these a day. So you need to make sure that you're getting on every day and doing them. Make sure you complete the practice completely first. Sometimes they're hard if you're having trouble with it and you can't understand what it is. Uh, on No Red Ink, it will give you directions. It will help you. If after you've gone through the directions from No Red Ink and you still can't figure it out, you can send me a reminder, an email. But it gives really good directions. If you follow the directions, you normally will understand the assignment. You'll understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Some of them may be a little bit harder than others, but make sure you complete the practice before you take the quiz. You guys have any questions, just send me a reminder and email. I'll talk to you guys later.